Welcome students, this is CXC 2011 paper. The first question is calculate the exact value, okay? And we are given the following expression: 5.8 squared positive 1.02 multiplied with 2.5. Now you can use your calculators. So what I would do, you can simply state 5.8 squared, and that is giving you 33.64 plus 102. So you add 1.02, that is giving you 34.66 multiplied with 2.5. So you multiply with 2.5, that is giving you 86.65. This is the answer. Now, if in case you don't have a calculator, what you have to do, take 5.8, I'm going to take it as 58. 8 8s are 64, 6, 8 5s are 40, 46, 8 5s are 44, 25, 29, 4, 6, 13 and 3. Now you have a decimal point and a digit, so 1, 2, 3. So you get 33.64. So that you add 1.02. How do you add 1.02? 1.02, 4 added with 2 is 6, 6 added with 0 is 6, 3 added with 1 gives you 4, and that is going to be 34.66. Now you multiply with 2.5. I'm going to multiply it as 25, and then I will place in the digits. So 6 5s are 33, 33, and 20, 23, and then you take a 2, and then you have 5 3s are 15, and then 17. 6 times 2 is 12, carry 1, 12, 13, 1, 4 times 2 is 8, add 1, 9, 3 times 2 is 6. So this is 0, and 3 added with 2 is 5, 3 added with 3 is 6, 7 added with 9 is 16, and carry 1, 6 added with 1, 7, 7 added with 1, 8. So you get 86650. Now if you remember, I've just taken it as point, or I would say multiply it as 3466. After a decimal there are 2 digits, after the decimal there are 1 digit. So 1, 2, 3. Place a point. So what do you get? 86.65. Now you might be asking me, is this value 86.650 and 86.65, are they both equal? Now if you were to ask me this question using the term equal in value and equal in meaning, then I would say 86.650 and 86.65, they are equal in value. But if you were to ask me, are they equal in meaning, then the answer would be no. Because 86.650 gives us a higher precision than 86.65. Okay? Now, coming back to the question. The question wants us to produce the exact value, and that is the reason over here when I multiplied it manually I got a 0. This indicates its precision via manual calculation. This is done using calculators where the significance of the 0 is being dropped. But since the question wants us to produce the exact value, that is the reason I dropped the 0 and I actually wrote the value as 86.65. Okay, I hope you understood this huge inference that I have produced here. So students, let's move on to the next question. This is the next question. We are asked to evaluate 2 4 over 9 over 4 2 over 3 negative 3 over 7. So foremost I will consider 2 4 over 9. 9 times 2 18 plus 4 22 over 9, and then I will consider 4 2 over 3. 3 times 4 12, 12 added with 2 is 14 over 3. Now I will consider 2 4 over 9 divided by 4 2 over 3. So this is 22 over 9 divided by 14 over 3. Now you flip it, you get 22 over 9 times 3 over 14. 3 divides 9 3 times, and this is 22 over 3 times 4, 12, 1, 3 ones are 3, add 1, 4. So you have 22 over 42. You can reduce this. 2 divides here 11 times, 2 divides here 2, and 1 time. So you have 11 over 21. Okay. Now you will have to evaluate that value. So hence 21 negative 3 over 7. Now you take the LCM as 21. You get 11, 7 divides 21, 3 times 3 into 3 is 9. From 11 you take away 9. You get 2 over 21. And that is the solution. 2 over 21 is the solution. You can write this like this and probably give a highlighter. So we move on to the next one. Students, this is question number B. Company pays 9.50 an hour for 40-hour week. Now the first question wants us to calculate the weekly wage of an employee. So what you got to do is 40 hours week, and for 1 hour amount paid for 1 hour is what? $9.50. 9.50. So therefore amount paid for 40 hours is equal to 9.50 multiplied with 40. So 9 4s are 22, 9 4s are 36, 37, 38. 2 zeros are there. After a decimal point you have 2 digits. So you have to add one more digit. So it's actually, because I did not take into account this 0, so this should be the value 380.00. So this is the amount paid, $380. We don't have to place these 0.00. Okay, so that is for the week. Now let's go read the question. Question says overtime. Overtime is paid at the rate of time and a half. Time and a half. So what is the meaning of this? This means 1.5. So make sure to get that correct. Now we are asked to calculate the wage for an employee with 6 hours of overtime. So 6 hours of overtime is there. So how are we going to calculate the overtime wages? Now this is the rate. I'm going to show you how the rate is calculated. So let me use this page. Overtime rate is 1.5 times 9.50. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 950 multiply by 15. 5 times 0 is 0, 5 is a 25, 2, 9 5s are 45, 47, 1 into 0 is 0, 5 and 9, 0, 5, 12 and 14. After the decimal point you have 2 digits, after decimal point you have a digit. So 1, 2, 3. So the overtime rate is $14.250. This is the overtime rate. So for 6 hours of overtime, the pay is what? 6 multiplied with 14.250. So you multiply 6 zeros are 0, 6 fives are 30, 3, 6 twos are 12, and 15, 1, 6 fours are 24, 25, and a 2, 6 ones are 6, and 2, 8. After the decimal, you have 3 digits 1, 2, 3. Place it. So 6 hours of overtime pay. 6 hours of OT is what? $85.50. Now you are asked to find the total paid wages in overtime. That's already okay. So this is for 6 hours. Okay, fine. So now we have to move to the next one. Now this is the third part. A certain week the company pays $12,084 in basic and OT wage. Now we are asked to find the total paid in OT or overtime wages. How are we going to get that? This is the information that we have been given, and from here we have to extract what the company paid in terms of OT. Now this wage for 30 employees, okay, that is given. For 30 employees, that is given. So what I'm going to do is, I have got this weekly wage 380 per week. This is what the salary the employee gets. I'm going to use that data. So we know that WKT stands for, we know that an employee gets paid $380 for a week. This is for 30 employees. So therefore total wage for 30 employees for the week will be 380 multiplied with 30. 3 3s are 24, 2, 3 3s are 9, 10, 11. You have 1, 2 zeros, place that. So this is what is for the total wage. So therefore total paid in OT is from 12084. Take away 1140. So you can subtract using calculator. I am just subtracting it using manual calculation. So this is going to be 4, 8, 10, 6. So $684. So this is what is being paid in terms of OT. So total number of overtime hours worked by the employee. So we have to calculate that also. So how are we going to calculate the OT hours? So therefore total OT hours. Now we go back here. What is the rate paid here? 14.25. You don't have to take that 0. You drop it, because we are only looking for the exact value, not precision. So 14.25 is sufficient enough. So what you do is, you take 684, you divide by 14.25. You can use your calculator, right? Because decimals are involved here and you don't want to skip anything. So 684, you divide by 14.25. What do you get? 48 hours. You see that? So you write that 48 hours of OT. Now what I suggest is, you box these values. You box it here, you box this here, you box this here. Okay, all this information you box it, so that the examiner watching has a clear understanding that you have paid due attention in solving this question. Let's move on to the next one.